This cover is a cover swipe off of Nicki Minaj's album Pink Friday. Now, that came out in 2010. Let me not forget that. A couple hits off this album were Your Love, Pink Friday, uh, Moment of Life. That was a pretty big song with Drake. Uh, Super Bass. That was another popular song. And Fly. Now, Nicki Minaj is a rapper, East Coast rapper. She actually is very talented with her like career. She went to Juilliard in New York. She is signed to Young Money, which is Lil Wayne's album or little record label or whatever you want to say. Uh, but she's okay. She's very popular. She's very famous. She just started getting into acting in movies. But I think I would rather have them do someone who uh, put in work, not put in work, but put in the time and have a longer career in hip hop than the. It's like the Iggy Azalea album that came out for the Captain Marvel. I kind of feel the same way. I wish they would have did something different. I mean, she's cool, but I wish they would have did something different. Now, a couple of similarities to this cover is that the pose of Angela and the doll of Nicki Minaj is the same. I really don't know what's the back of Angela, the little miss. Maybe it's her Aurora, but that symbolizes that's like basically the same pattern. I can understand what they were doing there. The lines on the top are the same, and the words to the album of Pink Friday and Angela, Queen of Hell, uh, are kind of similar. Pink is highlighted on the album cover, and I guess Hell is more bold on the Angela cover. Now, at number 43, really happy about this cover. Been kind of pushing it back to do it later on, but happy to get to it now. This is Hyperion Big Milton style. Now, this is a cover off of Will Smith Big Willie style that came out in 1997. Now, Will Smith had a lot of career, a long career. Everyone should know who he is. If you don't, I'm sorry. He played Deadshot in Suicide Squad, but yeah, but I mean, before that, he was doing stuff. He first started off rapping under the name Fresh Prince. Him and his friend DJ Jazzy Jeff. Then that came into a 6-year season. I think it kicked off in 1990. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Great show, great intro. I wish the for a crab, and when it came, I'm not gonna sing the whole song, but it was just a great show. I enjoyed it really. Surprised it only went for 6 seasons, but he acted in so many things. He was in Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence. They made two of those movies. Independence Day, first one, not not the second one, not the one that just came out. He did the Men in Black series. I mean, he did a lot of. Those are just some. I mean, I can go on forever, but not trying to prolong this video. So he had a very great career. Well, no one's perfect, but yes, for this album cover. Now, Big Willie Style. Now, Big Willie Style came out in 1997. He had many hits on it. The single "The Men in Black" was on it. Miami was on it. Just the Two of Us was on it. Just great CD, great song. Just original hip hop style actor and rapper. Now, some comparisons to this cover is that you can see the way Hyperion is standing is the same pose as Will Smith. And also, the shading of the colors and the lights are also the same. And based with the buildings in the background, also has the great similarities. I think the artist did a great job with this cover. Another one of the covers that really didn't have much to work with because it was simple, and he just added the simplest stuff to the cover to make it work. And I think he did a great job. Now for number 44, we have Rocket and Groot. Now, this cover, this is one of the covers where when I seen it, I knew what it was. I knew the group, and I said, "Give me that," you know. It was his. I know I talk about pioneers a lot, pioneers, and most of these album covers are pioneers of hip hop and rap. But these guys are deep pioneers. I'm talking about deep settling pioneers. I'm talking about 49ers and Oregon Trail pioneers. I mean, they trenched through the mud. This is a group called Run DMC. Three people: uh, Jam Master Jay, Rev Run, which was he's also a DJ Run, Joseph Simmons, and Daryl McDaniel. And that's where they get the Run from DJ Run and the DMC for Daryl McDaniels. So, I mean, this group is crazy, and they're just who they just inspired other rap groups and hip hop artists to do stuff. Very, very iconic. I mean, let me just get in some of the first things that they accomplished. There was the first hip hop group to have a gold record. They were a first to be nominated for a Grammy. They were a first to be multi-platinum. First to have a video on MTV. First to be an American Bandstand. I don't know what American Bandstand was. I heard of it, but when I seen it, I was like, wow. But yeah, and there were uh, they were the first. They were the first to be nominated into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They were the second. They were the second after Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. So yes, but I mean, still, come on, man, still, that's crazy. Uh, and actually, DMC Daniel McDaniel, he actually writes his own comic book. So that's pretty cool. I met him at Kamikaze. He's gonna be there this year, so hopefully I'm gonna get him to sign that and pick up some of his comic books and check it out. So that's pretty cool. But for this cover swipe, let me get back to it. It's off the King of Rock, which came out in 1995. A couple hits from this album were King of Rock, of course, Talk to You. Let's see, Can You Rock? Yeah, I mean, it's a great album, great group. Very happy to have this covered. Just one of those things that kick back memories. Now let's get into the cover and the comparisons to the album cover. Now, we're just Rocket and Groot standing similar to Rev Run, DJ Run, and DMC. Was just similar. DMC is the one with the glasses on his hat because he wears glasses. So that's, I guess, how they tell the difference. The background, white cover, plain, it's the same. And where the highlight, Rocket and Groot, they have a Run DMC and King of Rock, just constant. Like, Bart Simpson writing on a chalkboard. But very happy with this cover. Very happy that I picked it up. Very iconic group. And that's a wrap for this cover. For number 45 on our list is Marvel Illuminati. Now, this is a hip hop icon. This is an album from Tracy Lauren Merrill. Sorry to put your name out there, dude. But if you're watching, hit subscribe, son. Ice-T's album. Ice-T is an iconic rapper. Definitely with the gangster rap. He did a lot of gangster rap in the early 80s. He was also one of the first records to have the explicit content sticker on their album, actually. So I don't know if you would count that as a badge of honor. I mean, I would. But yeah, he did a lot of acting, a lot of stuff. Power, that is what the cover swipe is off of. What hits on this album was I'm Your Pusher and High Roller. Like I said, he did a lot of acting, so he was in a lot of was in Breaking, both Breakings, a dancing movie in the 1980s. So I don't know if you remember it, but yeah. And he also did a great movie, one of my favorite movies, New Jack City. If you guys haven't watched it and you like gangster movies or stuff, check it out. I mean, it is, and I hope my NY Warriors is watching because I know they've seen that shit. But it was just crazy. It's a great movie. He played a great part in it. A lot of people were in it, but it was a great movie. He also is in Law and Order recently. So he started that in the early 2000s, and he's been a recurring person, one of the main people on that show. So just a great talented guy. Similarities to the album, the Marvel letters are the same, and the Illuminati is also the same. White background. Poses are the same for all the characters, including Ice-T. Instead of a gun, they don't have a gun, but yeah. Great cover. Love this cover. Artist did a great job. Well, guys, that's the end of my video for Hip Hop Cover Swipes number 9. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, thank you for watching. If you like what you see,